Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friends and my honorable lecturer. My name is Rana Siva Medinda, and in this occasion, I would like to present about the influence between executive compensation and firm performance. The table of contents in this presentation are: first, introduction, include the background and problem formulation. Second, discussion, include the theoretical basis, previous studies, and the example at company. And the last is conclusion. Introduction. Background. The executive compensation plan is an agent contract to balance the interests of the company owner and the manager by providing compensation for the manager's performance in operating the company. In a company, the role in motivating the performance of managers to obtain high net income is important. Motivating the performance of managers is done so the manager can carry out their responsibilities in managing the company well. One way to motivate the managers to carry out their duties properly is by providing the compensation. There is a direct relationship between compensation and performance. That is, the higher executive compensation is expected to be given the better performance in the company. The owner of the company wants an advantage in ownership which is obtained from the good performance of executive in managing the company. Meanwhile, executive want an award for the performance they have given. To get good company performance, executives are given awards in the form of compensation for their performance in managing the company. The power possessed by the managers has risks that can be used to influence compensation, so full disclosure is required. The manager is the person who manages the company, so the managers know best about the condition of the company. It is felt that the power possessed by the manager or executive can be used by the manager to fulfill their interests, because this requires full disclosure regarding the management of the company which is carried out by the manager. One of them is regarding the compensation given to managers to find out how much the power that the manager has. Executive compensation that has widely applied in the past was like stock option. Compensation in the form of ownership stock option has a high risk for executive because the reduced company value will greatly affect the executive income. That way, the executive must strive to maintain and increase the value of the company. And from this effort, the executive also does not get more benefits for his performance. So the value of the option is reduced by the managers and is not preferred because it has a lot of risk. Based on the explained previously, so the problem formulation met as whether there is an influence between executive compensation and the firm's performance. Second is discussion. Theoretical basis. First, agency theory. In agency theory, there is a relationship between the owner of the company or the agent and the management of the company or the principal. With the existence of an executive compensation contract that is given as an award to the executive for increasing the owner's wealth, it can reduce the conflict between the owner and the executive. Compensation is given to executive according to their effort to meet the benefits expected by the company owners, based on company's performance level. So with the existence of a company's contract, it can reduce the difference interest between the owners and the managers of the company. Second is executive compensation. Compensation provided to manager is assessed from performance measures such as company net income, individual achievement within the company, and stock price. The amount of appreciation for managers depends on the profits earned by the company. Managers get more compensation if the profit earned by the company is increased. Managerial compensation generally consists of basic salary, cash bonus, deferred compensation, and allowance. The companies compensate the CEO as a reward, motivation, and to maintain their performance. Executive compensation as motivation for managers to have the desire to carry out their duties properly in increasing company's profits. Therefore, compensation is designed to fulfill the CEO wish, so the expectation of shareholders increase their wealth also being fulfilled. Then the last is firm performance. According to Bochum 2017, they argued that compensation that can satisfy executives can improve their performance in carrying out their duties and also reward them for future performance. So this shows that the compensation given to managers can lead to a continuous improvement in company performance. So the compensation can provide motivation for CEO and executive in improving the company's performance. Previous studies. In several previous studies, it has been found that executive compensation has an influence on financial performance as obtained by Bochum, Al-Said and Al-Bardan, Abdal Karim, and Buyan et al. The research conducted by the Bochum was carried on the companies in Thailand. The results show that executive compensation provides an increase in the measurement of company performance in Thailand in the following year. So the executive compensation can motivate the manager's performance to improve the company performance as well as the shareholder wealth. Next is Al Sayed and Al Bardan. They use the FTSE 350 company from the period 2010 until 2014. They get the result that the positive and significant relationship between executive compensation and FTSE 350 company performance. The study also found that the low compensation was influenced by use of debt in the company. Next is Abdal Karim. He analyzed the influence between the CEO compensation, corporate governance, and company performance with sample taken from the 2005 until 2014 of listed KSA companies. They found that there is a positive relationship between CEO compensation and the performance of listed KSA companies, and that affect the compensation given to the CEO. So the high debt of the company will make the compensation given to the managers become low. Last is Buyan et al. Buyan showed that the relationship between the company performance in the insurance company in the period before and after financial crisis in 2008. Buyan et al. Found that the company's performance in the period before and after financial crisis both had a significant effect in company's total compensation. They also found that after financial crisis, bonus fell by two-thirds, rewards for options rose by 70%, and rewards for stock and non-equity incentive become double. So there are also the researchers who have other opinions such as Jensen and Murphy and Liang et al. Jensen and Murphy argued that CEOs are not paid more for their performance, and the compensation is not closely related to company performance, which is measured by change in the company's market value. In their research, found that for every $1,000 increase in shareholder wealth over 2 years, the average of CEO compensated an extra 6.7 cents. Then when the other compensation components are added, such as director ownerships and stock option, they found that there was no significant improvement. Next is Liang et al. Liang et al. Discuss the executive compensation and corporate governance in conditions influenced by the state politics in China in the period of 2001 until 2011. Liang et al. Found that no relationship between compensation and the company's financial performance, and compensation is influenced by political connection and prestige, not the ability of a manager. The compensation given to management is not to maximize the shareholder wealth, but to maximize the state assets. So if the share of ownership held by the state is getting bigger, so it will decrease the manager's compensation. Example at the company. To see whether there is an influence between the executive compensation and company performance, there is an example within the company. That is a Bank Sentral Asia or BCA company. The data used come from the BCA financial report from the period 2016 and until the 2019. The company performance is measured using return on assets or ROE and return on equity or ROE to see the financial performance, and use price to book value or PBV to see the market performance. From the data obtained, show that Bank Sentral Asia or BCA, the executive compensation does not affect the company's financial performance, but there is an influence between the executive compensation and the market performance, that is the price to book value. From 2016 until 2019, the total compensation continued increase, while the company financial performance such as ROE was relatively stable and the ROE has decreased. So that's why there is no influence between the total compensation and the company's financial performance. But in contrast to BCA financial performance, the price to book value or PBV also increased, same as the total compensation. So this means that the company's management saw good performance in managing shareholder wealth. So the shareholder or company owners provide compensation for the good performance of managers in managing the company. Last is the conclusion. The conclusion from this presentation is executive compensation is a form of reward to managers or executives for their performance at the company. The executive compensation aims to motivate the managers to improve their performance in increasing the company value. And to see whether there is an influence within the executive compensation and firm performance, use example from the BCA company. From the BCA company, there is no influence between the total compensation and financial performance, but there is an influence between the total compensation and market performance. So I think that's all from my presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.